Yo, here we go. It's time for the Deron Harris Podcast. Here he is, your boy, Deron Harris.
Hey y'all, what's good? Welcome back to the show. I'm your host, Deron Harris, and this is the Deron Harris Podcast. Listen, how was your mental health this week? How you guys doing? Everybody all right? Hopefully everybody is with us. Hopefully you made it back to the show, safe and sound. Glad to have you. Thanks for joining me. I do appreciate it. Hopefully your mental health was good this week. Mine was good this week. I traveled a little bit with my wife. We went out of town, had a little bit of fun, which was long overdue. I've been kind of down in the dumps lately, but I think I'm coming through that a little bit. And I got to say this week I've been all right. Kind of flew by, actually. It kind of went by, but I wanted to, this isn't any kind of transition into the subject, but I wanted to ask a bunch of fellas, man, what's going on with your dick, man? I mean, I'm not like that. You know what I mean? Not like that. I mean, do you know what's going on with your male reproductive organ, with your sexual health? Do you know what's going on with that? Have you been to a doctor? Are you starting to feel some sort of symptoms? Like when I was younger, I felt more vital. You could feel it. And I didn't really realize that you could feel your vitality in your dick. I didn't really realize that until I turned like 54, 53. And then it was like one day I felt like it was like the soul went out of my dick. Just like, like it just like was like it was wild business. And I can't really explain it. I mean, some of the older guys might know what I'm talking about, but it was a feeling of my shit ain't as strong as it used to be. You know what I'm saying? My pee stream wasn't as forceful as it used to be. You know what I mean? You know, the erections wasn't as firm as they used to be. You know what I mean? Now, I've used crutch phrases 3 times in a row, but I caught that shit. But I started noticing things. I started noticing that I wasn't feeling well. You know, it was hard for me to like I didn't have any interest in anything or anybody or anything like that. It was like I was kind of fading off. You know what I mean? Then I got the dribbles. You know what the dribbles are. After you reach like 53, 54 or so, you get the dribbles. You pee, and then, you know, you got a little bit that just stay with you all day. You know, make that little ring in your little underwear right there, and it's embarrassing. You know what I mean? You feel embarrassing. You also feel like you're getting old. You feel like time is catching up with you. Like life is telling you to sit your ass down. That's exactly what you start feeling like. You start feeling like you should give up on things, that your vitality is gone and that your time has come and you're done. And that is not right. That's not the right thing. That's not the way to think. So, you know, I've been seeing out here also on social media, a lot of men out here just being frivolous with their dick. Just, I mean, like doing stupid shit, like disrespectful shit to their dick, like slamming it in shit and lighting it on fire and just sticking that shit in anything. Just horrible things to do to your own dick. I mean, dick is like, okay, now you keep fucking with me, I'm gonna turn into a pussy on your ass. But I can kind of understand, you know what I mean? God damn, if you're gonna treat me like this, motherfucker, I'm out of here. Well, if you're having problems with your dick, if you're having problems with your male reproductive organ, then this right here is the podcast for you. Because in this podcast, I'm going to help you get your whole dick game up, okay? Now, this is something that you really definitely, and I'm dead ass serious, this is something that you have to be mentally prepared for. You got to be prepared for this because you're not going to go to a doctor and have them just make this all better. I mean, you could, but it's not going to be good. I mean, in the long term for you, it won't be sustainable. It's not going to be good for you in the overall picture of things because it's just fixing one small problem but not addressing the underlying root causes of these problems. It's not treating these actual problems. So it's not something that you're really going to have, let's say, like a doctor come out and say, you very well might, but it's not any kind of procedure. Nobody's going to go under the knife unless you're going to have some sort of shit implanted, which I strongly go against that. It's not any kind of procedure. You know what I mean? It really isn't. It is a lifestyle is what it is. This is something that you have to do. You have to get up and consciously make an effort to do this for the betterment of your dick. As fucked up and as stupid and as crazy as it sounds, it's the truth. You have to do this for you, man. Nobody could do this for you. I mean, nobody's gonna push you into this except for you. You're the only one that can fix these issues. You know what I'm saying? And it's difficult for some people, but for other people, especially people who are motivated, they take to it like a fish to water. And I think the hardest part of it is giving up certain things or cutting back or whatever. But I think that's mainly the hardest part of it is just, saying bye to a lot of shit and hello to some other shit, so we're going to get into it, man. So what do you do, man? What is that? What do you do? What is the first step? What's the first step? Now, some people have this already, and they missing the other steps. Some people got this step down, and they're missing the other steps. And some people have the other steps down, but they're missing some other steps. And I'm going to try and put them all together for you guys. So the first thing you have to do, like I said, is you have to prepare yourself mentally. You have to go into this as vulnerable as you can, and as you got to humiliate yourself almost, because this is, let's face it, this is about my fucking shit here down between my fucking legs, which I don't like to discuss that with everybody. You know what I'm saying? My dick is not open for discussion with everybody. My wife and maybe my doctor, but nobody else. Not even my best friend. My best friend, we might crack dick jokes, but we don't talk about dick health or anything like that. We're not dick healthing out here. So this is one thing, and it really does play very, very, very big into your mental health. And the reason why it plays into your mental health is because a lot of people lose their self-esteem. Your self-esteem goes out the window, trust me. I mean, when I was like I said, when I felt the soul leave my penis, when I felt the soul leave that motherfucker, my self-esteem, a little bit of my self-esteem went with it. And there was nothing I could do about it. But there was something I could do about it. You know what I'm saying? So the first thing I did is I prepared myself mentally. The second thing I did is I changed what I ate. I changed my diet. That was one of the major factors of this change, was to change my diet. And like I said, some people have already done this, especially some of the gym rats out here. Some of these people have gone out here and changed their diet in order to work out at the gym, and that's absolutely fine. And that leads me to my next one, which is regular exercise. You exercise regularly. You know what I mean? You get outside and you bust your ass to try to make your whole self better, your whole physical persona, your whole physique. Try and make that better. That helps to, listen, if you eat better, if you eat a diet that's rich in nutrients, and you focus on foods that help reproductive health, that helps balance your hormones. You know what I'm saying? You balance your hormones by this. If you exercise regularly, and you have you get get some cardio going, and you get a little bit of strength training going, that right there improves your circulation and really your overall health, but improves your circulation, which is real big when you're trying to keep your dick up, when you're trying to keep your shit up. It's real big and having your heart pumping and being able to, have a higher heart rate, that's important too, because some people, especially people who are overweight, if you get your heart rate too high, you could have an episode. You know what I mean? You could have a real episode where you ain't here no more. You know what I'm saying? Because you tried to get down with somebody. So having that cardiovascular health definitely plays a big factor into keeping a healthy, some healthy junk. You know what I mean? Crutch word. You have to, by doing that, you maintain a healthy weight. That's one of the biggest factors is people don't move. They don't. I mean, I saw a meme the other day that said it was a side-by-side comparison of people today versus people in the 60s. And people in the 60s, there were some, but there weren't a lot of obese people. But now, with all the processed food and all the bullshit that we eat and everything in our society, the pollutants and et cetera, here we are, obesity in this country is at, an epidemic level. It's crazy here. So, it's vital to, try and maintain a healthy weight and also practice stress management. Try and do stuff like meditate. Yoga is real big. I mean, a lot of people, and it's big for a couple of reasons, but yoga is good because it helps you manage your stress. You know what I mean? It helps you calm down. And that affects your testosterone. I mean, that can, it can positively affect your testosterone. And I'm getting ahead of myself here. I'm very passionate about what I'm talking about today because I believe in it. And I think it's time that every man start recognizing and realizing that, hey man, my dick is important. Like for real. I can't just be out here doing crazy wild shit with it. You know what I mean? I got shit to do. I mean, I got shit to do in my life, and if I fuck up with my dick, it could really fuck my life up. So, a lot of people don't seem to take that into consideration when they're out here slinging it. You know what I mean? So, another thing you can do is you can get, some good sleep. Good sleep promotes, hormonal balance. If you sleep well, you're well rested, that definitely promotes a good balance in your hormones. Stay hydrated. Proper hydration, that could be good for overall body function. When you wake up in the morning, you drink a glass of water. What that does is that activates all your organs, everything, even your reproductive organs. Get up and hydrate yourself every single morning. I do it in the middle of the night sometimes because I get up in the middle of the night and I go to the bathroom. But before I go back to bed, man, I'll take back another, not quite 8 ounces, but maybe good 4 gulps of water, and then I'll take myself back to bed, which, I really shouldn't do because that aids in me getting up and going to the bathroom at night, which that's one of the things that happens when you get older. You go to the bathroom more frequently, and I'm already getting up one time in the middle of the night, and that's pretty frequently. So I want to be able to, that's me not taking care of my prostate. That's me not taking care of my sexual health because these things are manageable. These things can be taken care of. These things can be treated naturally. Another thing you can do, and I just say this to my man, one of my best friends in the world, man. I will say it to, and I hope you're fucking listening, man. Stop smoking and stop fucking drinking. That's it. Stop smoking and stop fucking drinking. That's another one, man. Stop smoking and don't drink. I mean, I'll go out with my wife and we might have 1 tequila, maybe 2 tequilas twice a month. If we go out, maybe I'll have 2 drinks and she'll have 2 drinks, and we'll do that maybe twice a month, but we do not drink a lot. We even have alcohol in the house. We have alcohol in the house and we don't drink a lot. We just don't. We just choose not to. We just understood and understand that we actually feel better without it. We feel better the next day without it. You have more vitality. You want to get up and do stuff. When you're drinking all damn day, you're ran the fuck down, and you look ran down. And when you add smoking on top of that, you look like shit. You feel like shit because it's shit. That's exactly why. And those are the things, those are the habits that I'm sorry contribute to, poor health, like super poor health, and that's what contributes to your lack of energy, your lack of erection, all that stuff. That shit contributes to the worst parts of you, and it makes it worse. Now, the next one, I really I get it. Get some. Go, if you got a girl or if you married, I'm married. I gets mines, and she gets hers. And I don't know what fucking people are talking about when they say when you get married, like you get cut off. Not me, man. The floodgates are open, and my wife actually stalks me a lot. And I'm quite happy because it's good. It stimulates and maintains your erectile function and your reproductive health. The more you get it, the more you get it up. The more that you engage in sexual activity, the longer you can engage in sexual activity. And we try to make it a daily thing. I promise you we do. Not to be all forward with my, my sex life with my wife, but we get it in, man. We don't play around either, and it's good for both of us. And I'm 54 years old, and I like to think that I could still rock it. You know what I mean? So my wife definitely is very receptive and very helpful in this respect when it comes to maintaining my reproductive health. Another thing you can do is stop cleaning with shit that's shitty. Don't clean with so much chemicals and things like that can absorb into the skin and toxify the blood and things of that. Toxins really can fuck you up, and they can fuck you up internally anyway. So try and figure out better ways and, holistic ways of cleaning your shit. Cleaning the toilet or the sink or whatever it is you're cleaning, but stop or use gloves, and even still use gloves, use a mask, because ingesting that shit through the air isn't any better than through your skin. It's probably even worse because it's faster. So, and lastly, I said in the beginning, a doctor, you wouldn't really need to go to a doctor, but yeah, you kind of do, and you do for this one, and then that is to get regular checkups. Go to the fucking doctor, man. Especially black men. Black men, get up and go to the doctor, bro. Go to the doctor. There's the Affordable Care Act. If you don't have insurance, that'll help you out, man. There's all kinds of things out there so that you can go and at least get a checkup, dude. Get a checkup. See how you're doing in that department. If everything is all right, if the plumbing is working right, okay? So I'm going to take a quick, fast break, and when I get back, we're going to break down some foods that will positively affect you, that will give you that special oomph, or give you a little bit of foundation to build on. So you're listening to the Deron Harris Podcast. I'll be right back.
One of the things that makes life so fun is that we all have different interests. The Delightfully Different podcast explores people who live life differently. I'm your host, Lexi Papadopoulos, an award-winning radio veteran. Whether it's a career, hobby, lifestyle, or kink, let's discuss it in a non-judgmental way. Some interviews include a furry, a drag king, a mermaid, and an animal communicator. Coming up, I'll speak with a shaman who has psychedelic retreats in Peru and paranormal investigators. Learn about lifestyles you never knew existed with the Delightfully Different podcast.
Yo, DJ, bring it back. Now, back to some real ass shit.
Hey, y'all, what's happening? Welcome back to the show. Today I'm talking about male reproductive health. Get your dick up in here, y'all. So that's what I'm talking about. And I'm about to share with everybody some foods that they can eat. But first, I really kind of want to reiterate the last point that I made, which was going to the doctor, man. Going to the doctor and monitoring your reproductive and your prostate health. There are some things that have been wrong with me that I have been going to the doctor that they can't necessarily find. So I've done everything. I have had blood drawn, all kinds of stuff. And one of the things that the doctor ruled out, which really made me happy, was prostate cancer. So that made me happy. And part of the reason why is because I know that it's not my prostate. But it does worry me because now they're looking for, the runaway pain or because it switches around from my back to my groin and it goes around, and it's what the fuck is it is what it is. And but I'm optimistic, and because the reason why is because my doctor would tell me. My doctor, I believe, would tell me, and I've had second opinions. My doctor would tell me if it were something like cancer, and then we'd have to take the necessary steps to and knock on wood that it's not, because it can happen to anybody and it can happen at any time. So knock on wood that it's not. And I thank God every day that I'm in the state that I am. So with that being said, I'm going to get on some foods. I'm going to tell you guys some foods that are going to help you in keeping your junk healthy. So the first thing is pumpkin seeds. Eat pumpkin seeds. Pumpkin seeds are cool. I kind of, I don't really toast them or anything like. I toast them, but I don't really salt them or anything like that. I just like regular toasted pumpkin seeds. They're high in zinc, which supports sperm health and testosterone levels. So that is a good thing. And also listen. I got something for y'all fellas that is gonna blow your mind. Some of you guys know about it. It's gonna blow your mind, but it's gonna blow hers too. So don't go away. Let me get through this list and I'll tell y'all what it is. So tomatoes are rich in lycopene and antioxidants that may improve prostate health and reduce the risk of prostate cancer. I'm reading this, by the way, so kind of comprise this list. So but I can't remember it off the bat, so I'm just going to read it off the page. So spinach is another one. It's good in folate, which is important for sperm quality and production. Okay, so eat spinach because you get higher quality sperm, man. That's a big deal. That's a big deal because you don't want no lowbrow sperm. You know what I'm saying? You want to be associated with quality. You know what I'm saying? Another thing you can eat is nuts, like specifically walnuts and almonds. You can eat both of those. Other nuts too, but those two specifically, they're rich in omega-3 fatty acids, which improve sperm motility and overall reproductive health. Oysters, and they're known as an aphrodisiac, and they're high in zinc, which boosts testosterone and sperm production. Dark chocolate contains L-arginine, an amino acid that increases sperm count and semen volume. Look at that. Eat all the dark chocolate you want. Berries are high in antioxidants, which help protect sperm from damage. Garlic improves blood circulation, which is beneficial for erectile function. Pomegranates, rich in antioxidants, which improve blood flow and reduce the risk of erectile dysfunction. And eggs are high in protein and vitamin E, which protect sperm from oxidative damage. Oxidative damage. So those are some good foods that you can eat. But I got one. There were a couple over there that said sperm production. Sperm production. Now, if you really want like the super load, fellas, if you want a super load, eat some celery, man. A lot of it. Eat a lot of celery. You chew it down, man. Eat it. It's good for you because it's good. It's got a lot of water content, but eat it, man, because it produces like semen like you would not believe. So, and also you can drink, if you didn't know, you can also drink pineapple, and that also aids in the flavor of your semen also. So make sure you practice those things and get that shit popping. And you can make food. You can make dishes with a lot of these things that taste good, that are beneficial to you, that are healthy for you. You can make all kinds of food, all kinds of dishes with these and other ingredients that will give you the same benefit. So these, though, however, are some foods that will negatively impact your male reproductive health. And a lot of these are already known, and I'm not dropping any new science, but maybe for some of you I am. So the first thing is processed meats. It's high in saturated fats and chemicals that can reduce sperm quality. So stop eating a lot of fucking sandwich meat. You know what I mean? I was guilty. I'm a sandwich guy. I'm from New York. I love eating a good sandwich, but I've cut them out. At least the sandwiches that involve a lot of like sliced deli meat. And now, especially, there's a lot of fucking craziness with the listeria outbreak that's happening. It's wild business what's happening with the food these days. So the best way to kind of to get around it is just don't eat it. Don't eat that kind of shit anyway, because it's not good for you anyway. Trans fats, anything that's found in fried and baked goods. Trans fats can lower testosterone levels and sperm quality, which again fucks with me. And this is where the hard part for everybody comes in, because it's the food that we love, the food that we grew up on, the things that are staples in our household. I myself am a baker. I bake stuff. I make cookies and pies and cakes. I've had to cut it down because of the trans fats. You know what I mean? I need my testosterone. I don't want to be on some girly man out here. I need my testosterone. So I've had to, every now and then I'll make something small so me and my wife can enjoy it together. But I used to I would make like 2 cakes a week. I'd make like 3 pies, 4 or 5 sweet potato pies in one sitting. The only time I ever do that now is at Thanksgiving, but I used to do it for me. I'd make it just to have pies around, because I have a pretty fast metabolism. I've always had a pretty fast metabolism, so I could, for the most part, eat whatever I wanted. But now that I'm a little bit older, I got, a little bit of love handles. I'm still pretty, fairly thin, but I got a little bit of love handles and maybe a little bit of pudge around the midsection. I'm looking a little buttery around the midsection, a little macaroni and cheesy, but it's something that I am aware of and that I've become aware of, and now it's become a personal vendetta to get this shit out of here, because it can't be living here. It can't be on my body. This shit can't be on my body, and that's something for me. So that's one thing I know I have to do, or had to do, is I had to give up a lot of the baked goods. Give up soy products. Don't eat soy milk or drink soy milk. I mean, I like Chinese food. Soy sauce is fucked up, but I love Chinese food. You're gonna have to make a fucking choice. It contains phytoestrogens, which may disrupt hormonal balance and lower testosterone levels. And I don't need that. I don't need, especially when I'm trying to get my testosterone levels to stay where they are, or even increase. I don't need anything that can destroy that process. You know what I mean? So try and avoid soy products at all costs. High sugar foods can lead to obesity and insulin resistance, which can negatively affect reproductive health. Alcohol. Stop drinking. Excessive consumption of alcohol will lower testosterone levels and sperm production. Stop fucking drinking all the damn time, especially you motherfuckers who like to go out and booze and drink every day and drink. You're turning into fucking pussies slowly. You know that, right? You're turning into fucking pussies. And stop smoking. If you smoke and you drink, it can affect sperm quality, caffeine. Stop drinking caffeine. Caffeinated drinks, high intake may affect sperm quality and increase the risk of infertility. Caffeine. So everybody who's I got to have my cup of coffee. Now, this is all relative. This is all, happens to some people, but not to others. But these are all contributing factors. These are all factors. You know what I'm saying? These are all factors. And the last one is a diet that's eating a lot of dairy foods, because it contains hormones. Of course, we know now that they've been fucking injecting cows with shit since the dawn of cows almost here. They're killing us out here, so don't drink fucking dairy milk. And that hurt me also, because I use a lot of I use milk to make the things that I bake. So I do bake things still from time to time. And like I said, nobody is perfect, and it's going to be a hard thing to do. But I'm on that horse, and I'm making strides towards, having a better diet in order to protect my sexual reproductive health. And that's very important to me. So I'm going to take another break, and when I come back, I'll break down some other things that you can do to help your reproductive health. This is the Deron Harris Podcast. I'll be right back. Hey, everybody, what's up? Welcome back to the show. I'm talking about things that you could do for your male sexual health. And I just went through a bunch of foods and what you should and what you really shouldn't eat in order to maintain that. Now, I'm going to give you a list of maybe some physical things that you could use. Now, like I said, some people have certain parts of this and other people have other parts of this. Some people are already in the gym. Some people are already executing this part. And there are some physical exercises that you can actually do. You can go to the gym and work on your strength. Strength training increases your testosterone. There's also Kegel exercises you can do. Yes, men, we can do Kegels also. Like it's really weird. It's like puckering your asshole and unpuckering and puckering and unpuckering. That's what it kind of feels like. You know what I'm saying? But it does help. It strengthens the pelvic floor muscle and improves erectile function and ejaculation control. Cardiovascular exercise is another one. Running, swimming, and cycling improve blood flow, which is essential for erectile function. Remember, like I said back, a little while ago, that you need blood flow in order to keep that's what you need. Cardiovascular exercise. Get out and exert some energy. Get your blood moving through all your body. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're just sitting around on your ass all day playing games or, not really doing nothing, you're just leaching your testosterone out of your body anyway. You're just fucking sitting there. Strength training, like I just said, it helps maintain a healthy testosterone level. Yoga. This is yoga. Yoga reduces stress, increases flexibility, improving overall sexual function. That's why it's important to get into yoga. Go do some yoga. And there are things that your partner can actually help you with. And that's one of the things is couples yoga. You can do couples yoga. It definitely helps you connect on a deeper level. And 9 times out of 10, man, if you out there stretching this and stretching that, and you sweating and she sweating, you're going to end up in something here in just a few minutes. You're going to end up right in the middle of it. You know what I'm saying? Go walking with your partner. Go out and walk. Do something. Enjoy nature. Cardiovascular health. I know this is not new stuff, but this is the shit that helps. Cooking healthy meals. Once again, eat good food. Okay? Now, this is the part that everybody is probably going to enjoy, and that is regular sexual activity. That is one of the biggest, maybe for us fellas, but maybe not so much for our partners. Maybe our partners are somebody who is shy, or maybe our partner is somebody who's really not into sex that much. In that case, you might have some other issues. But there are some things that you can do regularly, because listen, regular sexual activity maintains erectile function, okay? That's just what it is. It maintains your function. Regular sexual activity, I just said it. The more you get it up, the more you can keep it up. And if you're getting it up all the time, you ain't got time to drink and smoke and all that other shit. I'm getting it. You guys can do sensual massage. You can get to the point where she, you let her take the control, let her drive the stick shift for a while. You know what I'm saying? Things like that help both of you. Things like that help the relationship. It helps your connection. You know what I'm saying? It's great, great, great to do. Take a bath together. You know what I'm saying? There's all kinds of stuff. Be creative, man. There's all kinds of things that you can find that both of you enjoy that actually help you physically. So do a little bit of research, because there's more than I said. More things than I said that are out there. So make sure that you're exploring these things, because why not? Especially if it's going to help. It's fun. It feels great. It brings you closer to your person. It's just, and which is good for your overall health. Okay? So that, I think that's pretty much it. Oh, that's not it. That is not it. Stop lighting your dick on fire. Okay? Stop slamming it in shit. And stop putting it in anything. Strap the fuck up, man. Strap the fuck up. I know we all get caught in the heat of the moment. But strap the fuck up, man. For your protection and hers. Or his, however you get down. But strap the fuck up. You hear what I'm saying? Strap up, man. Don't let this not be a thing. And this is what I mean. It's discipline. It's one of those things that's hard to do. Especially if you're somebody out there that's just doing your thing, man. Strap up. It makes it different. It really does. It keeps you healthy. It really does. So, all right. I think that's going to do it for this episode of the Deron Harris Podcast. I'm about to thank my parents for my mouth. Thank my folks for allowing me to talk about my penis for an hour, 45 minutes. And I want to thank my wife I do want to thank my wife for helping me keep and maintain my sexual function, my sexual health. She is very active, and I cannot even tell you how great that is. She is actually active in my sexual health, in my overall health, and that can be a way to connect with that. I mean, with your better half, if you're having trouble in that area, is to think about it in respects of their long-term health, because it is, especially if you love this person, it is beneficial to their health. So think about that. I want to thank everybody who listens, man. If you guys are still listening to my shit, man, thank you. I appreciate you. And I hope that I'm giving you guys great content, and I hope you keep coming back when you see that I got a new podcast out. And I understand the people that don't listen anymore, maybe I'm not their cup of tea, and I do understand. And thank you very much for listening anyway. But for those of you who are still rocking with me, man, let's rock on, man. I'm going to try to get some other stuff out here. Now, I'm talking about this week. Now, next week, I think I might be talking about the cootie cat. So try to get some healthy cootie cat. Maybe try to get a guest on and talk about some cootie cat. But yeah, maybe next week I'll be talking about some cootie cat. But we'll see, y'all. Thank you for joining me again. I do appreciate you, man. Until next week, I'm Deron Harris. Peace.
You've been listening to the Deron Harris Podcast. Subscribe to the show, give a good rating, and everything you need to know is at DeronHarris.com.